Soul everyone, I'm Sarah from Soul Sarah and welcome back to my channel. So, as I said in my last video, I'm interested in starting the Not So Berry challenge again, but this time doing pretty much only CC for my CAS and my build buy. So today we're going to jump into CAS and build our Not So Berry founder, our Mint Gen Sim. In case you missed it, I did another video shopping for all this CC, so all of the creators that I downloaded CC from are linked in the description box of that video, but I'll link them in the description box of this video as well. Okay, so the audio got messed up for this recording. I'm still new at this, so I am learning. But we're going to do a speed cast instead, so hopefully you can forgive the slightly unusual video format. To start off with, I picked this Sims traits. We're doing the Not So Berry challenge, so we went with the Not So Berry challenge rules. They have the Chief of Mischief aspiration, they have the materialistic, vegetarian, and jealous traits. And then I went ahead and picked their hobbies and skills too. You can see, like, I made them like mischief because they have the mischief aspiration and they're supposed to be into mischief. I made them like rocket science. They also like blue and green and don't like black because they're like a color-themed legacy founder, so obviously they'd hate such a dull color. They like malicious interactions, pranks, potty humor, silly behavior, deception, all of the kind of questionable conversation topics. But I decided they didn't like gossip, mainly because I thought maybe they wouldn't like the idea of like talking behind someone's back. They're very like forward and they really just find it mean to gossip. Then I went on to pick their characteristics. I thought they would like funny Sims, rascals, spirited Sims, optimistic Sims. Decided they wouldn't like pessimistic Sims, that they're a pretty optimistic person. And I also kind of decided they wouldn't like other egotistical Sims. They are an egotistical Sim because of the materialistic trait, but I decided they didn't like that trait in other people. And that's kind of like a fun source of like inner conflict in them, I think, as well, if they don't like egotistical Sims. So maybe they don't like that trait in themselves. And then I went on to pick turn-ons and turn-offs. I couldn't really decide which turn-ons and turn-offs to pick initially, so you can see me pause there and like really think about it. I did end up deciding that they liked career-minded Sims because they're very career-minded, and that they probably like interpersonal Sims because they're kind of a charismatic person as well. I also decided that they probably really didn't like ambitionless Sims, but that they probably were really ambitious, that they didn't like egotistical Sims like we already talked about, but they really like hardworking Sims. Part of that comes from the fact that their future child will be like a workaholic politician, and so I thought it would be kind of fun if the traits that they were attracted to and the partner they end up with has a lot of those like hardworking traits that their child goes on to inherit, and that's how they become kind of more serious. Now we've moved on to choosing a hairstyle for our founder. I had a lot of custom content hair downloaded, and I did like all of it a lot, but I just really couldn't decide which one fit the vibes best. And also I had a lot that like didn't have a swatch that I thought was like truly minty. So you can see me here kind of going through the hairs and like checking out the colors that they have, and like ultimately I kind of decide not to go with any of these. And I actually end up going with the first option I showed off, and like watching this footage back in hindsight, it's so obvious what the correct choice was. That first hairstyle is just like classic. It's so mint founder, Not So Berry. It comes in the perfect color, but it took me a second to get there. I had to see my options. But as you can see, we go back to it. I do really love that hair. I decided to give her kind of minty eyes as well. I think they fit really well with the hair. They're not like so unnaturally mint, but they are like kind of blue-green. And then we moved on to trying to select their everyday wear. I really wanted to use this top. I thought it was super cute, but it didn't come in a minty enough swatch, so I ended up going with this other t-shirt. It isn't completely minty, but it does have this kind of minty, like wilderness desert swatch. And I really liked that, and I thought paired with a minty pair of jeans, it was like just enough mint without being too much. And I really love these high-waisted jeans. I'm such a high-waisted jeans fan anyway, but this looked so good with like the tucked in shirt. You'll see me select the platform shoes so many times in this video because I'm desperate to use them. I want to use them so bad. And I do end up using them eventually, but it wasn't for this outfit. And now I'm going through accessories. Also obsessed with these glasses. I end up using them for a lot of her outfits. And then I'm just trying to select like jewelry for them to wear. I went back and forth on jewelry a lot. I didn't download a bunch of CC jewelry, so we ended up going with like content in the game. These llama ones I really liked, and I do end up going back to them. I kind of look for a little while more, but decide the llama is the best choice. And then I really wanted a bracelet with this as well, and I really struggled with the bracelet selection process. I didn't feel like very many had swatches that were even sort of mint, and I really wanted to bring in some mint with the bracelets. I really wanted to use the werewolves like layered bracelets. I thought those fit her vibe the best, but they just didn't like come in a swatch that was minty enough. So you can see me using like tons of different options and just trying to choose one that I think fits the best. I ended up choosing one that I think comes from Get to Work. It's kind of the beaded like teal bracelet. I actually do really like that, and I think it ends up fitting their vibe a lot better than some of the other ones I tried and was like trying to make work. That's the one I end up going with. I think it's kind of fun, kind of mint founder vibes, so hopefully you agree. Now we've moved on to formal wear. I really wanted to use this dress. I thought it looked way more minty in the pictures when I downloaded it. It is not mint, and that was just me being completely colorblind for a second, I guess. So I kind of struggled with their formal wear. I really felt like the long sleeve turtleneck dress was like way too casual, but I do try to dress it up, as you can see here. I try to like kind of pair it with some tights and like get the vibe correct, and I just ultimately didn't like it that much, especially like when I paired it with the shoes. I was like, oh, this just like isn't for me. So I end up like kind of completely going back on it, but I'm really trying to make it work here. Here you can see me make a second outfit because I'm like, well, we'll keep this as a backup. I end up trying to make it work. And I do end up really liking this short dress. I think it gives kind of little black dress, little red dress vibes, except mint, little mint dress, and we can make that a thing, right? I end up using this custom content mint jewelry with the outfit, which I really like, and I think it pulls it all together. I also end up using this different hair for their formal wear. It's this hair, it's like the same as the original hair, but it has like the bangs out and kind of long bangs, and I think it's kind of a fun variation in The Sims hair that doesn't feel like a whole new haircut. And I'm always looking for that when I create Sims, so I think it's very fun that this hair comes in those like different styles, and I really tried to use it and incorporate them. You'll see I use an even different like version of the bangs for other outfits, and I am really fond of that. I think it looks really good. Then I start choosing athletic wear. I didn't download a lot of athletic wear, so I end up going with the same t-shirt that she uses for her everyday wear, but just in a different swatch. There's this kind of like Loch Ness monster vibe swatch. I guess it's probably the monster in Windenburg, and I always forget her name. But I pair it with these mint joggers. I think it's really fun. The mint is subtle in the t-shirt, but it still feels really minty. Once again, I try to use the big platforms with this outfit. Really want to use those, but they don't work. So I end up going with the Love Struck shoes. I get so much use out of these shoes. Probably some of my favorite shoes we've ever gotten in The Sims 4. And then I move on to the sleepwear. I had this really like firm idea of what I wanted to do with the sleepwear. I really wanted to use this sweater set. And then I started using it and I was like, it looks so samey when it's all the same color. So I really struggled with that, and I like kind of go back and forth on it and try to decide if I think it looks good, if I think it's fun. I decide maybe to break up the sweater with like sweatpants instead. It was a struggle for me. I really couldn't decide if it was too much to go all mint, and so obviously I really overthink it, and it didn't need to be this complicated. I also try to go to the Sweet Slumber Party kit because this is one of my favorite kits ever. There weren't any mint swatches in the like separate tops and bottoms, but there are a few in the full body, and this like kind of cardigan and like two-piece set has this purple and mint swatch, and it has like space themed, which this sim is a scientist. They do build at least some rocket science skill, so I thought that was kind of a fun tie-in. And then it has like the mint two-piece underneath, so it's maybe not our most minty outfit, but I really like it. Ended up going with some base game mint slippers to match. You can also see me switch the hair for the athletic wear and sleepwear as well, and like tuck it back behind their ears. And I think that was kind of a nice touch, like I said, to make the hairs feel different between the outfits. Next I moved on to party wear. I really loved this party wear outfit, the like sweater dress, and I really considered using it, but ultimately decided that it was maybe a little too formal for the vibes I wanted to go with for their party wear. This sim I imagine being like very quirky and unique, and so this like two-piece crocheted vibe that I go with instead, I fall in love with it. It's probably my favorite outfit this sim has, so I'm going to have to throw so many parties. I pair it with the glasses again. I try to go with some like beaded kind of like candy-esque jewelry, but ultimately decide that it's not minty enough. So I end up going with the same kind of jewelry I used for their formal wear, except it has like a mint swatch of metal. So it's kind of a little bit different in kind of a fun way. I really wanted to use this swimsuit. I just couldn't decide if it was like the right vibes, the kind of like around the neck one, kind of strappy, and I just ultimately decided I didn't like it as much as some of the other options. I end up going with this kind of lighter two-piece mint swimsuit, and I think it's a really like fun option for her. In the hot weather outfit, I really wanted to give her kind of a jumpsuit one piece, but I wasn't sure any of the colors were minty enough, so I kind of switch and I look through the tops. Plenty of mint options here, but I just wasn't obsessed with any of them for their like hot weather outfit. I end up going with this like one piece kind of jumpsuit. I'm not sure that this is minty enough. It kind of is greeny to me, but it's close enough, and I paired it with the sandals that I use for the everyday wear. I really like those sandals, and I think they look good on this sim. Then we move on to cold weather wear. I really went back and forth on this one too. I loved kind of the minty t-shirt swatches of this hoodie combo, but it just didn't feel like enough mint. Once again, the minty sweater almost felt like too much mint, if that makes any sort of sense, especially when I pair it with these mint jeans. Too much mint, too much mint. There is a line and I have crossed it. Couldn't do the mint on mint thing. It was a little out of my comfort zone. So instead I choose this kind of sweatshirt t-shirt combo. I really like it. I think the sloths fit their quirky vibe, and then it keeps the mint theme of the generation really well. It just breaks up the solid mint a little bit. And finally, I use my platforms. I've been trying to all video. This is where they come in, this is where they shine. I don't end up going with the green, I end up going with the white, but I think it's like a good kind of breakup again of all the mint. And that is our sim. That's all their outfits. I am so obsessed with this sim. I then decide to go in and do some makeup. I'm still not sure if the makeup was 100% the move. I actually, the one I was the biggest fan of was the life and death kind of like tear streak swatch. But I decided I could not use that for this sim. Like, that's totally not their vibe at all. I'm not sure it's the vibe of Not So Berry like anywhere in the challenge. But maybe it'll make an appearance down the line because I do really love that eyeshadow. I ended up going with, I think, just like a base game eyeshadow, although there was this big temptation to go with a high school years one that was kind of like wacky and crazy, but I ended up not doing it. You can see me go back to it several times though. I was really torn on this decision. I did really struggle with the lipstick as well. I just feel like blue and green lipstick is so out of my comfort zone that I can't even begin to tell what looks good when I'm trying to like use it in CAS. I can absolutely adore it and love it on other people, but when I'm trying to like use it, I'm like, how? I just couldn't find a good minty swatch, and then I like try to create my own mint color, and I'm really bad at that too. Makeup sliders in CAS, not my friend, not my friend. I gotta be so honest with you, I'm really not a CAS girly. I try so hard, but a lot of times I just put my Sims in styled looks for like my own personal gameplay and call it a day. I'm like a total gameplay girly, so the video you'll see next time of me creating a house for this sim, just know it is also completely out of my comfort zone, not where I normally live in The Sims. So that ends up being like their final kind of makeup look, and I end up implying it to everything except for, like I said, the athletic wear, the sleepwear, the swimwear, because I don't think it really fits there, and I'm totally fine with that. Okay, I thought maybe it would be worth it, since we were cursed by bad audio, to jump into CAS now, and I can show off this sim and we can check them out together in real time. Okay, here we are in CAS. As I talked about before, they have the Chief of Mischief aspiration. She has the vegetarian, jealous, and materialistic traits. And then I set a bunch of their likes and dislikes, and turn-ons and turn-offs. And then her outfits, this is her everyday wear. I'm a big fan, and I love this hair. I'm so glad I found it. I think it just fits their vibes so well. And then we have their formal wear, and there's like another version of this hair with kind of the like long bangs in the front, and I think that's kind of fun to like add some variety to her outfits without like feeling like it's a whole new haircut. So this is kind of her formal wear. And then for their athletic wear, it's actually very similar to their everyday wear, but obviously no accessories, no makeup. And then she just has these kind of fun joggers. I used these sneakers from Lovestruck. These aren't actually custom content, but the rest of it is. Sleepwear, I went with Trillyke's Sweet Slumber Party kit for this. I just think this is so fun. I love this kit so much, and I love this outfit a lot. Party wear, I really love this outfit, and it just grows on me every time I click on it. Look at how cute they look. Yeah, big fan of this one. And then swimwear is just kind of this plain two-piece. And then we have the hot weather outfit. Like I said, I'm not entirely sure that this color is like the mintiest of mints, but I think it works and they look very cute in it. And then she also has this for her winter wear. I love these chunky like platform sneakers a lot. I am obsessed with her. I love our mint founder. They go by she, they pronouns. And I named her Julep Berry. So, big fan of her. I can't wait to play them. I think it's gonna be great. Okay, thank you all so much for watching. Sorry for the kind of strange format for a CAS video, but hopefully it wasn't too bad, and thank you for bearing with me while I figure out how to do this recording thing. I hope you're as obsessed with our mint founder as I am, and next time I will see you when we build their house. It's going to be a mint starter home, and I'm hoping to find plenty of mint custom content to mix in with like in-game items, so hopefully we'll have a very minty and cute house to match her vibes. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. I upload every Thursday, and I will see you all in the next one. Dag dag!